Morning all. How we doing? Wednesday. I did promise I'd check in on Wednesday. I'm here. Very strange not doing this every day and not having blocks that I'm churning out for everybody. Very strange. What have I been doing since when did I wittered on Sunday. I've had 2 days, literally 2 whole days, clearing out the loft a bit. And it's only a bit, because the bulk of it still hasn't been done. We'll get there. But I found locally, charity shops and everybody are closed, aren't they? And there was so much to go to charity, and I mean sacks of it. What do I do with all of this? It's all very well cleaning and tidying and doing, but I know I kept promoting all of this, but what the hell am I going to do with it? And then I found that our local hospice, they park their lorry up in their car park by their shop at certain times, different days, and everybody can take their stuff, and it's sort of like socially distanced, given over. So guess where I was yesterday morning and this morning? With the van. I think my van virtually filled their van. But it's all good stuff. It's all gone off to be sorted out and done. And did you know, when you donate to charity, I mean, you see it on sort of actual donations that you can gift aid, yeah? What I hadn't realised was all these bags of stuff that I gave them, they can put gift aid onto that as well. So it's 25 pence for every £1 anybody spends, they can claim as not, yeah, so that was good, wasn't it? So I reckon the amount of stuff I took down there, I'll be keeping the hospice going for a whole day all on my own. It's all good. So that was my 2 days. So actually I've not done any patchwork other than a little bit of binding. As I was saying, I was binding the latest mystery quilt, Garden Blooms, that's due out a couple of weeks. Very exciting. Got to get that all sorted. It's going to be a good one. And then look, I've got loads of lists going on. Do you make lists? I make lists all the time, and then I lose them, or I make another list because I think actually that list's not big enough. I ain't got enough room, and on I go to something else. And I tried having a booklet, as a lot of you probably saw in my first few Witterings, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and so I used to jot things down. Waste of time. But my latest list, look, great long latest list, and it's all, what have we got? Garden Blooms finish. Got to do the 4 Witter patterns if I can, but certainly Witter number 4. Then I've got to do the next mystery quilt, which is the sunflower mystery quilt. And then I have to draw up and write up the daisy pattern wheel that was up here the other day. And I've got to do all the template instructions. I'm waiting for Andy, actually, for him to deliver the templates for the 5 patch blocks. But they're apparently on the way. I've got 3 Christmas patterns I have to write that nobody's seen yet. And I've got another new one coming in later, well, tomorrow. Carol, who does my samples, some of my samples for me, bless her, has just finished another new one. So I can't wait to get hold of that. It seriously is one of my favourites. You'll all recognise it when it gets here. But then I've got to write the pattern up. And now he's changing all the rules and things. I've got to make a whole load more face masks for people. Oh, it's loads to do. And then I'll go and get carried away in the loft instead. Never mind, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good. Had a nice witter this morning with Sheila. Hello, Sheila Morris. Hello. Lovely to have a natter this morning on the phone. That was good. Messages all over. Lovely. So, I'm going to say the usual thing. Are you talking to all your friends and neighbours and everybody? Because although we're all getting a little bit more mobile, there's a lot of people still not allowed at all. We have to remember them. Tidying, well, as I say, I just got, off my trolley for 2 days in the loft with dust. That's what I will say, with dust. Yeah, lovely. And exercise. Yeah, well, I went up and down the stairs in an hour 13 times yesterday, because my phone told me that it did in that particular hour. So I think I've been doing all right. Okay, and I've been down to town this morning to the post office, post things to Ireland. That's on the way. Oh, it's all very exciting, all very exciting. But I was also, on a more serious note, been chatting with people about classes and things coming up, yeah, and I think everybody's missing social contact. You're not missing your craft because it's there for everybody, isn't it? We've all got loads of stock and all the rest of it, and or if not, you can get it online from the likes of myself or whoever, you know. And we're talking to people, and videoing is really good, and video conversations is really good, but it's not quite the same as actually being in a room or in the garden with somebody, is it? So I'm really looking forward to being able to have a proper good old natter. As I say, last week we managed a session outside in the sunshine. Of course, the weather's gone and turned now, so that was a bit of a pain. But next week I hope to kick off little mini sessions in here in the cupboard. If everything he says is coming out and doing, we'll be all right, because we've got all the appropriate screens and visors and all sorts of things going on, so we'll be all right for a few sessions. So if there's any of my locals regulars out there and you want to come in, shout me, because we will need to be booking in, because it's obviously very, very limited for that. Open for fabrics and bits and pieces if anybody needs, and patterns, but that's always by appointment. And sewing machine servicing, yeah. But I've gone right off track there, doing a bit of plug-in, haven't I? But what I was going to say is I'm starting to hear little things from people where groups are meeting outside just for an hour or so, somewhere social distanced and all the rest of it, and starting to chat and taking their own flasks with their teas and coffees and whatever else, and catching up. How lovely. See, it's been horrible, but do you know what? It's going to make us appreciate things a bit more, I think. And people are starting to get over that and starting to sort of look beyond, and where are we going to and what's going to go on. I think it's all going to be very, very different. Just be a new way, wouldn't it? Let's hope everybody's okay with that. So what else is new? I'm going to cut some kits today. So we're going to have, tell me, Colourful Outlook on Life, which is this one. Let me get that one down for you. There we go. The actual quilt for that, though, mind. It's not a cushion. This is a quilt. This is a photo on a cushion, because it makes life easier than trying to carry around big full-size quilts. So that one, I'm going to do a couple of kits for that later, or possibly tomorrow. So that's all good. I'm just looking. That's got a dirty... It's got a paw mark on. That will be a Thomas paw mark. Bless. He's in his tub over there, fast asleep. No, I'm not going to do, because I never did do kits for those, which is Dragonfly quilt. And you can see I've got, I don't know, you can't see maybe, 2 of the Witter quilts onto cushions now, and some more on the way. So that's quite nice. I find that this is a nice, easy way of saying, look, that's the quilt, without having to get the quilt out and trawl it around the place. So I've started having these done onto fabric, so that people can get a general idea of what's it gonna look like, and I can troll it around the place far easier that way as well. We might even sit on them occasionally, who knows. Who knows. So yeah, kits, if there's anything anybody wants, as I said before, give me a shout. New website's gone live. There's a few glitches, not glitches, they call them bugs apparently, and it's very pink. And I know I do pink, and I've done that this morning, but I'm going to tone it down a little bit. I think probably a bit too pink. Yeah, possibly a bit in your face pink, but we'll do something about that later. And we've started, my friend Julie and I, Julie mostly, bless her, has been putting all the gear onto the shop. So the patterns and most of the things are in there. Not all the kits. I need to stick a couple on. And then we're going to start with the fabric and the threads and all the rest of it onto the shop for you, just to make life easier. It's got to be easier. I figure that if you are going to buy a pattern or something, if there's bits that you need, buy it all in one spot. It's less postage, isn't it, than having to go somewhere else and all the rest of it. Anyway, so there we are. So that's what all the plans is about. That was a boring Witter, wasn't it? Oh, I'm so sorry. See, my life in between isn't very exciting, is it? It's fabric though. You should see the fabric I found upstairs in the loft. Those that know me know that I used to teach upstairs in our loft because it's big, as big as this cupboard, if not bigger. And I used to, this big table was up there, and we used to gather up there more informally, and then a little bit more formal as time went on. And then we outgrew the space, hence the cupboard, or partly hence the cupboard. But I left my own personal stash of fabric upstairs, and I haven't had a chance to go up and look. So you're talking, it's 4 years since I saw it, over 4 years. Hello. He's nice. And I'm stroking them and I'm putting them into piles, and so distracting. So I've now got all in tubs. I won't tell you how many. It's scary, but it's all now been sorted through and cared for. And there's a whole load going off to my mate who makes handbags by the 1,000 for charity and gives them away and sends them away and sells them all of it. So she's got a whole stack of fabric coming her way, which will be lovely. But yes, so all this new fabric to play with. So I'm feeling a few scrap and stash quilts coming on, or designs anyway. Where the hell am I ever going to get the time? Never mind. It's all good, isn't it? Go talk to your stash. Go tidy your stash. Go stroke your stash. It's lovely. And then you can see what colour gaps you've got, and then you know what fabric you need to buy. That's even better, isn't it? Love it. Right. I'm going to leave you good people to it, because I really am, yeah. Next Witter, hopefully, I will do on Saturday, provided all goes well between now and Saturday. And hopefully I'll have something to show you a bit more exciting than just me wittering at you. All right? So, have happiness. Be lovely. See ya.